Lyttelton, Mount Herbert. Here. Paula. Welcome.
Nā mai haere mai ki te pātaka uraki hautu. Greetings from Banks Peninsula. We've got two agenda today. The first is just a minutes confirmation one, and the second was our main meeting of the month. And there are two items I'd just like to talk briefly about. The first is the one item 5 on page 50, where the Lyttelton Mount Herbert Community Board had its first split vote for a long time, and it was about parking outside a commercial premises, always contentious. But I just wanted to say that that was the end point of a process where we'd worked quite constructively with NZTA, because Norwich Quay, of course, and the tunnel are state highway. And we had worked with a chap called Michael Lyttelton, who has worked well with us in resolving this issue for the pedestrian crossing here, and we're now working with him on some tunnel issues as well, and that relationship has actually improved a lot over time. So that was the one thing I wanted to say. That went through, and the other issue is on page 55, the Lyttelton Harbour Catchment Management Plan. Just for those of you who might not be totally clear about this, the words Lyttelton Harbour and Whakaraupo are used interchangeably. Whakaraupo is the name for the whole catchment, really. You'll see that the board had, we've talked to Environment Canterbury about holding 3 community meetings around the harbour, and you will be considering this matter in item 41, where you're looking at the Memorandum of Understanding. And I just want to stress that there's a very high, I just never quite sure what members' understanding is of the issue here, but Lyttelton Harbour's in a bad way. The main problem is sediment, which is running off the hills in the same way it does off the Port Hills, and it's very bad ecological health, and it's been an issue for the communities around the harbour for a long time, all of them, and there's a very high level of awareness and interest in this in all the communities around the harbour, and there was a high level of participation on this issue in the Port Recovery Plan, and the Integrated Catchment Management Plan is one of the actions which has dropped directly out of that. So when I read the program on page 368, the project plan, I feel a bit concerned that the planning for this project is well down the track without those community conversations happening in the communities around the harbour that I would have preferred to see happen before the planning got to this stage. So we've set up a bit of a process to try and make that happen and catch up there. But if you could support that, that would be great.
Okay, and that comes up later. Thank you very much indeed, Paula. Okay, moved Andrew, seconded David. Is there any debate?
Just one very quick question.
Yep.
I saw there's some reference to public artwork. Are the Huskies, have they been put in yet?
No, I'm not quite sure where the Huskies are up to. Right. The lady who is the champion of that project is away overseas at the moment, so it may be in a kind of a holding pattern at the moment. You know about the Huskies?
Yeah, I know there was a long debate about where they should go and safety, and I just wanted to check and see if there was anything else we needed to do to progress that, or whether
Andrew, have you got any more information than I? Because I'm a bit out of the loop with that one.
Yeah, no, I understand that it's relative to the library upgrade project.
Yes.
And I have asked for some information as to where that's at, because I'm aware that as soon as Sue Steubenville gets back from her overseas visit, she's going to be asking what's happening.
Yes, but at the moment there's work going on that corner, which is the identified site, and with the library upgrade, and until all those barriers are out of the way, it's probably not feasible to do it anyway.
Yeah, that's my understanding, but I do want to know how quickly it's going to happen once the library is completed.
Yes.
We'll find out about the Huskies. Okay, so this moved and seconded. Item 7, I'll put that. Those in favour? Carried. Item 8, those in favour? Carried. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Paula.